Harry Potter books are incredible. They're able to capture readers across the world with their thrilling action, memorable characters, and clever plot twists. The movies and video games based on these classic works have been far less successful though, struggling to bring to life the imaginative world J.K. Rowling so deftly created. The latest video game entry arrives just a few weeks before the newest film, and though it certainly fills a void for longtime fans itching to explore the fabled school grounds once more, it's ultimately a forgettable experience. The Half-Blood Prince feels like a half-done game.
Hi, Harry. Ron. Harry, I think Professor Slughorn is having another party for invited guests.
Slug Club? Maybe Slughorn can make you and Clagging King and Queen slug. See you, Harry.
The plot is only understandable if you've already read the books. The game momentarily touches on the helpful messages in Harry's Borrowed Potions book, Tom Riddle's Dark Past, and the secret of the Horcruxes, but it's almost impossible to form these sporadic cutscenes into something relatable unless you're already very familiar with the source material. These bite-sized story segments aren't a huge problem on their own, since the majority of Half-Blood Prince players will have already read the book, but the plot takes some strange turns that drastically clash with the written tale. And the climactic scene at the end, which was so powerful in written form, is devoid of emotion here. Luckily, the gameplay isn't as bad as the story, although it isn't anything special. You have the whole of Hogwarts at your disposal. Most of the magical grounds are closed off at the beginning of the game, but as you get further into the adventure, more sections of the castle are opened up, and you are free to explore the whole thing. This freedom was first introduced in 2007's Order of the Phoenix, so while the novelty of exploring Hogwarts was fascinating the first time around, it loses some of the magic here. Even with a strong sense of déjà vu, it can still be fun to manage the moving staircase or visit the Owlry, though some of the more dangerous places, such as the Forbidden Forest, are nowhere to be found.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
When you aren't exploring the school grounds, there are three main activities to take part in. Since the Half-Blood Prince's Potions book plays such a prominent role in the story, it makes sense that you'll be spending a lot of time concocting potions. This section plays out like a magical cooking mama, and is actually pretty fun for a bit. You have various potions, insects, and other creepy ingredients spread out before you, and you follow the on-screen prompts to make the perfect formula. Add your ingredients, stir the mixture around, and fan the flames to give it some heat, all within the time limit. All of these techniques require you to shake or tilt the controller in a certain way, and they all make logical sense. Mixing potions gets repetitive before long, but at the very least, it's a fairly accurate representation of what the real thing would be like. And at least you don't have to chop rats' livers into tiny pieces. You also get to play some Quidditch in Half-Blood Prince, though it isn't very exciting. You're always a seeker, so you don't have to worry about scoring goals or avoiding the bludger, just grabbing the snitch. To do this, you have to point at stars as you zoom above the playfield, and after flying through enough of them, you'll automatically grab the tiny golden ball. There is no strategy in this mode, just flying through hovering stars, so it feels pretty lame. Finally, you'll be partaking in quite a few duels. These one-on-one battles are your chance to show off your magical prowess, though these are far too simple and ridiculous to entertain for long. You can cast 6 different spells depending on how you swing the remote, though these hardly mimic the battles from the book. For instance, you can cast Levi Corpus to make your opponent hang in the air upside down. But once you have them stunned, you can just rapidly toss stupefying spells their way until they finally lose all their energy. You can dodge out of the way or cast Protego, your shield, for some defense, but battles always boil down to nailing your opponent with a stunning spell and then spamming Stupefy. Playing against your friend can be fun for a bit, but it isn't deep enough to entertain for long. The best part of Half-Blood Prince is that it takes place in the Harry Potter universe. The story is incomprehensible, the gameplay is shallow, and the whole adventure is over before you know it. You're better off just reading the book again.